In March, Gauteng Premier David Makura launched the third installment of the Premier's Social Cohesion Games at a media briefing under the theme Unity in Diversity. The Games have attracted support from diverse communities from the African diaspora living in Gauteng.
The Premier Social Cohesion Games, it's a very, very important occasion for us to bring the people of our province together. Firstly, those who often play with me, they come to my rescue to try and rehabilitate my failed soccer career. That is the Legends. These guys are great. I often like playing with Doctor because he really knows that his task is to create an opportunity for me to score. And he works very hard to create an opportunity for me to score. I'm convinced that through these games, we're really going to pioneer a powerful movement across the Republic and get other provinces to learn. How do we prevent xenophobic violence? Because we can't wait when there's an incident and then we come. Only when there's an incident, people have been attacked there, we have to be proactive. Let's bring our people together. I see the games bringing together people who in every sense of it are diverse. Religious diversity, they bring men and women. They bring people of different religions as well. Christians, Jews, Muslims and Hindus to come and play in the game. So in a sense, they showcase the diversity of our province.
We know that, when people live together, there are always, issues that where people disagree and misunderstandings, misconceptions. For example, people may think that, certain people or nationalities, behave in a particular way. I remember at one stage I heard that people from Zimbabwe eat people. And I laughed about it. But look, people do get those beliefs because that's what they hear, because they don't know. So now when they get to know, they get to interact, and you've got sport, for example, it allows people to begin to talk to each other. And those that were scared and think that they were going to be gobbled by other people realize that no, these people don't gobble other people. In actual fact, they're just human like us who can interact and share.
We are red-cutting gender-based violence and the discrimination and oppression of women. Gender-based violence is destroying our society. Too many women, including all the elderly and the children, girls, young, babies, today get raped. Where is the humanity of that rapist?
My name is Maurizio Mariano, and I'm one of 3 conveners of the Premier Social Cohesion Games.
I've met people from all over the world that tell stories of how difficult it was for the integration of the millions and millions of Italians that left Italy and went to the United States and Australia, and listening to the stories of my mother and my father, I know how difficult it can be. So the passion comes from that. The passion comes that xenophobia is wrong, that racism is wrong, that we must all live together, and that all our compatriots and all our brothers and sisters that come from the rest of Africa, we must open our arms to them and welcome them and make their life easier in South Africa.
Nobody must feel isolated. Nobody must be victimized. Nobody must be discriminated against. We must all live harmoniously in this beautiful land of ours.
At this moment in time, we struggle about xenophobia, racism. So I think it's going to bring back the love that African needs in Africa. So by doing these games, I think we're going to be united just to bring back the African people together, and sport is one of them that bring people together, give smile to the people.
Prior to the finals of this year's Premier Social Cohesion Games, Premier David Makura also hosted a glitz and glam Soccer Legends Gala Dinner. The Gala Dinner was attended by soccer greats like Shakes Mashaba, Skara Tindwa, administrators Raymond Hack and Riela Dwaba, and African soccer legends such as Kulusha Bialwa, and many more. The event was also graced by the presence of the former Minister of Provincial and Local Government, Mr. Sidney Mufamadi.
We are here for the awards. It's a very, very special evening. This evening is not about government. It's about the contributions of outstanding men and women of our country. They are not men of yesteryear. They are also of today. Because building our country needs every one of us to do something up until the very last day.
The event was aimed at honouring former soccer legends and outstanding administrators. This event was celebrating the achievements and careers of some of the greatest footballers and managers in the beautiful game.
I think it's a great initiative to honour football legends, and most of them, I think, people that the younger generation would never know about. But people with a rich history of football, especially in the 60s and the 70s. Some of them that I knew their names, but I've never met them before. I didn't know. But growing up, I've always heard of Philip Venter. And today I got to meet Philip Venter. I remember as a young boy, I used to watch Marco Tucci Van Paulo, one of the shortest goalkeepers ever that ever played. I remember in the late 80s, I used to watch him play for Cosmos. And I met him today.
So as the Gauteng Provincial Government, we are very proud that we took this initiative in ensuring that we honor them once most of them, they're still alive. But of course, posthumously, we also honor those that might have left us in this wonderful earth. One thing that is still lacking here in Gauteng is the Hall of Fame for all of these legends. So as the Gauteng Provincial Government, that's when we've started these initiatives. And you can see the sparkle in their eyes. You can see the excitement that is exuberated from them. You can see, some of them, they even feel like crying because they say they've long been sportsmen and sportswomen, but they've never been honored in this manner.
For us, our generation coming through to such events, and we get to understand where our football comes from, and not only on the playing field. And you start to understand when you see the the diversity that we had in this room today, from Italians, Portuguese, Greeks, and Muslim, and obviously African brothers, and all these people is people that played football in this country.
I'd like to thank the Premier for recognizing my father for the contribution that he has done for South African football. And I know that I go around the country, collecting these accolades for him. But this one is very special, especially coming from the Premier. It means a lot to myself and the family at large, Muloi's family. It tells us that even the Premier recognizes someone that has even passed away, and for me, for people to still recognize his contribution to football, it says a lot to us as a family.
It's important that we bring communities with us. So we will continue investing, we will continue making affordable medicines available to our population, but we also want to bring the communities with us. The only way to do that is we've got to have socially cohesive communities. We've got to have communities that are aligned, the bigger picture for our country.
The Gauteng Provincial Government hosted the finals of the Premier Social Cohesion Games in Westbury. The Games were part of Gauteng Government's continued efforts to fight racism, xenophobia, gender-based violence and enhance social cohesion in the province.
So I can see the mood is jovial, lots of excitement. There are many young people who have come out to come and watch the games here. So if you are not in Westbury today, you are missing out.
We're bringing a huge diaspora of different types of people, bringing them together to become socially cohesive. The Premier has put together this thing to ensure that we say no to drugs, we say no to wars, gang wars, we say no to xenophobia, we say no to racism, we say no to all these things that's actually happening within these areas. And we say come together and let's be one nation as the rainbow nation that Nelson Mandela spoke about.
To be honest with you, I'm very impressed with what has happened today, this morning. The games are very nice, we're enjoying, and I'm so happy that I bowled the super over and I took 6 wickets in the super over for no run. I'm very happy, and the community has been very fantastic and the people around.
The Premier always scoring in each and every tournament. This year he's not going to see any goals, I hope that my team will come victorious. Luckily, Khwati is my pillar as far as the back is concerned. In the middle of the park, I've got Tebo Khomoloi. Who can do anything better than that? Up front, we've got Poshia Mudise. Imagine that team, Poshia Mudise, Tebo Khomoloi, Luckily Khwati. That's the spine. And I'm telling you that my team must win again.
I don't think they're going to win. I mean, if you check our lineup, as you can see, I have to go to the lineup as well. They're not going to win. We're going to make sure that we beat them 5-0, as we always do. There's no way that they can win. They always ask for penalties. But this year, we're going to make sure that we beat them during the full-time game.
Everybody, whether you come from Malawi, whether you come from Nigeria, whether you come from Zimbabwe, we are all human beings, and we should always work together.
We accept and we appreciate our brothers and sisters of Africa. We sympathize with them, what they are going through. And there's no ways that Westbury and this community has ever in one day risen up against any foreign national.
For today, Mina, trophy, Joe. I'm excited over the moon. This is my 3rd year taking it and participating. I'm very honored to be part of this. You know, winning, you don't get used to win. Especially, I'm always excited being a woman playing amongst these huge men. And end of the day, you know, I could dribble them, and Mamela, even them, they have a respect for me. So, as a woman, I'm always honored to be amongst these guys.
I can tell you that, you know, what we want to see as the African Diaspora Forum is we want to see, you know, people that live in South Africa showing that oneness, people that live, you know, in this continent showing that, you know, they love each other, they tolerate each other. We saw ladies play with gents in the same team in our final, you know, game, and we did not see any sexism there. Nobody showed that, you know, there was a lady playing against, you know, men, but it was basically, you know, the spirit of oneness. So we didn't see any racism. We saw white playing versus black. We saw, you know, Nigerian playing versus South African, you know, versus Italian, versus, you know, Ghanaians. So basically, and we saw a lot of people, you know, from the community here. We saw thousands of people coming together today. It was a fantastic day, and, you know, we saw that spirit of oneness.
The Social Cohesion Games showed a remarkable notion of unity and diversity. And we'd like to thank our sponsors of the event, proudly brought to you by HIP Alliance in partnership with Gauteng Department of Sports, Arts, Culture and Recreation, and sponsored by Aspen Pharmaceuticals and supported by Italtau, AJP Group, the European House of Ambrosetti, and Into IT Technologies. The Sports Trust would like to thank the organisers and the Gauteng Provincial Government for organising such an exceptional event. These are the upcoming events on the Sports Trust calendar. On the 8th of June, the Doorns Road Race Cycling. The 8th of September, Beacon Hill School, a crit race. And on the 6th of October, Piketberg, a road race. Our Sports Trust Corporate Quiz Challenge, our annual fundraising event, takes place on the 24th of October. For further information, contact our office on 011 802 1818 or email us at marketing@sportstrust.co.za or visit our website www.thesportstrust.co.za.